What's happening, Airsofters? I'm Kuznets, and today we're talking about the Airsoft Ultimate Anti-Fog Solution. Stop fog for good forever, or is it? Alright, before we dive deeper into this review, I'd like to disclose a couple of things. First of all, we are thrilled to announce that Black Blitz is officially sponsoring our community and our crazy causes. They have also generously provided us with the aerators for the purpose of an honest review. We are aware that Trittech is already working on version 2 of the headset. The changes they're going to be doing are not to the actual frame, it is going to be to the internal electronics, and they're going to include a carrying case. At this time, we're not aware of the situation with the case. It might be an included item or a separately purchased one. As soon as we get our hands on version 2 of this unit, we will revisit this video and bring you another review. Let's talk about the features of this thing packs. First of all, it has a minimalistic design. It's very lightweight. It has removable gasket. It has removable lenses. It has a support for safety prescriptions through a partner of Trittech, which is RX Safety. The two intakes of the fans on both of the sides. The power buttons right here with the LED indicator, which does have a stealth mode, which will shut off the LED completely. Now, charging port is on the bottom, same side as the button itself. It does support fast charging. The battery in here is 500 milliamps, and it runs between 4 hours depending on the use. That's about it for features. Pass it to Paladin for a quick unboxing.
In the box, you get a user's manual, the aerators themselves, you get a charger with 4 different adapters, you get a charging cable, you get a cloth, a sling, and a little patch.
We talked about the features earlier. We showed you what's inside the box. Now, let's get into the actual details of the aerators. In my case, my only concern about the fitment is a little bit of a gap right here in the middle, but that's about it. We let our teammates try the goggles on to see how the fitment is, and most of them said it was okay. It's stated on both Black Blitz website and the Trittech website that it may or may not fit a certain head structure. In that case, you could go to the store and try a demo if they have it, or go to the field and see if anybody could let you try on. In my case, the aerators are the perfect night vision solution. The goggles, they come right to my ear pros, and the helmet strap is not covering the fan. The minimalistic design of the aerators lets me bring the night vision unit as close as possible to my eye, and I'm still able to see a clear picture. The fitment of the aerators and my night vision setup is perfect. I have zero complaints about it. Nothing is touching, nothing is pushing, everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. I have never run this setup with the aerators, but this upcoming season, I'm really excited to try it on. We did some testing last year in November, we did some testing this winter, but for the most extreme, we took it to the sauna. The results from the sauna came back, and unfortunately the goggles were completely covered in moisture and the fans were ineffective.
Hi Airsofters, my name is Paladin of KGB Network team. I had a pleasure of using this product during a 40-hour Milsim event. First and foremost, a very clear picture of the lenses. You can use them in airsoft, you can use them during ballistic shootout if you're going to the range. Now I gotta say, I enjoyed every second of it. We played during a November event, so there was some fogging occurring, but not like during the summertime. And the first speed out of 4 that are built into the fan was more than enough to take care of fogging then. Maybe a little less during the resting period, but during the action, during the game, when you're in it, when you don't have to worry about the goggles or if they're fogging and you can just line down the shots, that was amazing.
So just like Paladin, I really enjoyed this unit. I ran it multiple times indoors, and I gotta say, whereas with a different unit, you play and then all of a sudden you fog up, it's game over. With this one, you can turn on a fan and you can keep going. Now the aerators, they're not too cheap, but they're not too expensive. Depending where you get it from, it's about $250, but when you compare it to other systems on the market out there, like this one's about $125, plus if you add a fan system to it, it almost comes to the same price. If you have any damage to the lens, it is a quick in and out, and it costs about $50, whereas on the Voodoo Tacticals, if your lens is damaged, you need to replace the whole thing. The aerators is the Ferrari of the safety classes, and this guy took it to work. So the box says that it stops fog forever. Unfortunately, multiple times on the first speed, I was still fogging up a little bit, and even right now, as I'm sitting and shooting this video, I am fogging up a little bit. So I'm going to turn this thing on.
Slight cons while using this that I found personally when playing is that, first of all, they don't fold. The head size, we had a player who tried them on too, and he had a little bigger head than mine, and he said he heard a little screech coming from here where you normally would have them move. So I would say the fact that they don't fold, it's a bit of a con. Like for me, I'll try it on right now. See, with my head, it's perfectly fine. I had Active Ear Pro on top, and I was fine the entire event. I played just in them. I didn't have a spare, so I bared with. Which brings me to another point, that the resting in these, sleeping on the side, was not very comfortable. The full seal here, while clipping on 3 sides, which is one here, and one in the middle, somehow it happened during my resting period that the full seal will unclip itself. So I guess that's due to my body movement during the actual rest. During the game itself, they were staying nice and fit. I also had an Ear Pro, so that was another point that was holding them down, but manufacturer do give you a little sling for the back, so you can just put them down if you need to. Personally, I would suggest just bring a regular pair of goggles that you would normally use in the games and sleep in those. The first speed of the fan, it's so low, they fully depleted the charge while I was playing because I forgot that it's even going when I didn't need them to. Because the first speed you cannot hear it, and I had Active Ear Pro, I could not hear if they're working or not. But I'm pretty sure during the 8-hour event you will be fine, as you won't fog up right away too. Or you can turn them on, turn them off to just take care of the fogging on the spot, and then say if you're going back to your CP, don't really need to anti-fog to happen, you can just turn them off and turn them back on once the action starts.
While running indoors, I had a slight issue where the goggles were sliding off my nose ever so slightly, and that could be due to 2 things. One, the goggles themselves are a bit front heavy, and second, the helmet that I was wearing, the Kilo helmet, was probably pressing on the fans in the back over here.
Final thoughts, it's an amazing product, they do stop fog, but for the longer games, I would suggest taking a power bank and a cable with you. We want to thank Black Blitz Airsoft for providing these goggles for us to try and review. If you're considering, they're available at blackblitzairsoft.com, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.